brothers and sisters of metal. It is the Rambling Headbanger again, and I am coming back tonight for another episode of Rambler's Honest Thoughts. And tonight we are taking it to Vineland, New Jersey for a thrash metal band called Morbid and their second and final album, Ungodly Infestations. Right, getting into this. I only heard about this band when I got the album in the Metalhead box, back when I had the Metalhead box. As I've said, this was their second and apparently final album before or after they split, whatever. Personally, I think it's alright, it's not terrible, it's not Gen von Gennen von Angst by Manta Hungel. Yeah, if y'all have seen my channel, you know I did an episode on that. How terrible that fucking album was. But anyways, Ungodly Infestations by Morbid. Not bad. Yeah, it came out 2022. It's thrash, but it feels like it has some tinges of like death metal, maybe grindcore. Not by the sound of the voice. There are some growls in there, but more like the sounds of the instrument. But nonetheless, it is a thrash metal album. Like I said, I thought it was alright. Not terrible, but not something I personally would reach for right off the bat. So, if I really had to say anything about like notable tracks, if any, it would be Serpent's Tongue and End of Days. I don't really have a personal favorite song or track from this, but if there really wasn't an option and I had to say, Wrath of God and their cover of Judas Priest's Exciter. Mostly because it's a Judas Priest song. I like Judas Priest. I think everyone does. Well, then again, Judas Priest. Anyways, all in all, if you're into the more extreme and aggressive and hellish sounds of thrash metal, I suppose I would recommend it. Plus the artwork, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but if you're into that sort of sound, I've heard some bands that are into that sound. I thought they were pretty good, but yeah, if you're like neck and or balls deep into that sound, it's an album I would recommend for you. But yeah, all in all, not terrible, but not amazing. Decent, I would say. We'll go with decent. That is basically it for tonight, brothers and sisters of metal. The only reason I'm doing this is because it was sort of a random pick from rolling an 8-sided die. That'll do it for tonight. So until the next time I do a Rambler's Honest Thoughts, keep your fucking headphones and earbuds handy, eh? Cheers and stay fucking heavy.